Student loan repayments are starting back up, and I've seen a lot of people online who have stopped paying for the last 3 years are trying to band together and say, "Hey, we're not paying at all." And I always wanna, try to think about things from other people's perspective. A lot of people online are like, "Well, you took out the debt, you gotta pay it back." Okay, great. But how do people get to the point where they're saying, "I'm not paying this. I can't pay this." And, we're gonna get into that, but I wanted to show you this. This is kinda what I'm seeing online.
How we're gonna do this. Are we not paying? And I'm not joke. This is not a joking play like type of situation.
Okay, no, but can we talk about this one, y'all? Because all jokes aside, it is officially time for a student loan repayment boycott. The way we have watched the United States send billions to other countries, the way we've watched this
Got a point.
country donate billions and trillions to our military, the way we sat there and watched politicians and the elite be forgiven of their PPP loan. Yeah, it is time for the American working people to band together and not pay those loans at all. Oh, what if they garnish your wages? What if it ruins my credit score? All of us band together and refuse to pay these loans back. It cannot garnish all of our wages because doing that will tank the economy. They can't tank all of our credit scores either because that will also tank the economy. The American people have been divided for a very long time. This is one thing that across the board we can all band together and unify on. So
Okay. So, I empathize with her anger. That's what I'll tell you. I empathize with what she's trying to do because these loans are predatory and disgusting. Giving an 18, I've said that many times on this channel, giving a 18-year-old a loan for a Lamborghini with no income. It's the same thing as student loans, except the government makes sure that it's not bankruptable. They will garnish your wages. They will hit your credit score and basically ruin your life if you don't pay them back. But what I want to talk about is the short-sightedness of what she's talking about, because every politician will acquiesce to your short-sighted solution. Your short-sighted solution is pay my loans back. Okay, great. What about the next generation? What is the problem? The problem is that college costs so much money and it's useless because people are in this hopeless position, specifically her, because they're realizing the lie that college was. The return on investment of college, the time lost of 4 years, is garbage. It used to not be that way, but now it is. And these colleges, in an effort to pretend to help you, I'm not saying this across the board, but in general, these colleges are trying to open up admissions to as many people as possible. It doesn't even matter if you graduate, cool. You're going to pay us the money. So there are these half the commercials you see on TV are for colleges, Phoenix University and all these other universities, right? They're trying to get as many people in. Doesn't really matter if they graduate. Doesn't really matter if they learn anything or a marketable skill. Most people who go to college, if you ask them at 18 why they're going, they I don't know. I was told I'll make more money if I'm a college graduate. You make more money if you have knowledge that other people don't have, and you know how to fix a problem. You know how to earn a company more money than they otherwise would earn without you there. That's how you make more money with a college degree. Certain degrees don't matter. And so these people who are now starting to have to pay back on their loans October 1st, and apparently they have a 1-year kind of grace period to wind that up, and then they're going to start garnishing wages in 2024. And Biden administration is trying to forgive them and all this kind of stuff. The short-sighted part is what happens to the next generation. Hello, the point is it costs so much money. It costs so much money. So if we forgive these student loans, what about the next? People have to take out loans to go to school. That's the problem. The problem is that college is too expensive. Why is it too expensive? I'll give you a hint. The government backs student loans. Just like with homes, they said everyone needs to be able to afford a home. So they they gave out loans to people that shouldn't have been able to borrow, therefore jacking up the price of homes. And in an effort to pretend to be nice, everyone needs to go to college too, they jack up the price. In the free market system, I know a lot of people don't like hearing this, but in the free market system, if people didn't go to college, if they realize what a crock it is, what a lie it is, they're just trying to get money out of you. Again, this is not across the board, but most degrees are useless today. I saw the other day Walmart is hiring for the C-suite executives and not requiring a loan or a college degree, rather. Why? Because these companies are realizing a lot of people graduate college and they're dumber. They go to school and they learn that socialism works. And, I mean, you don't have to be a rocket surgeon to realize that socialism does not work. But I think what these people are feeling is hopeless. And there's a lot of people in our economy that feel hopeless. They feel like it's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, no matter what they do. They're wage slaves. They have this giant pile of debt over their head. And if it was worth it, they wouldn't feel this way. But they're realizing it's not worth it. And as the interest accrues and they keep paying and keep paying, they're not paying it off fast enough. And so it's just this debt burden around their neck for the rest of their lives. And their earning potential is garbage. They could have made that at Starbucks. And they're realizing that. And yes, there's some personal responsibility that needs to be leveled on certain people. But to be honest, society lied to them. Their parents probably lied to them. Not intentionally so. But they said their parents gave their perspective on college because their perspective on college was based off when they went to college, when it actually mattered for a job. But the economy has changed. College has changed. The cost of college has changed. And it delays people's progression throughout life. So I understand where she's coming from. Hey, we need to nip this in the bud. We need to like, we're handing out money like it's candy to all these countries, bailing out banks in 08, forgiving PPP loans. And that was, we all know, a lie. Half of those PPP loans, if not more, were just fraud. But the one thing we can't forgive is student loans. But let's just give her perspective. We forgive student loans. Does that solve the problem? The problem is college is too expensive. So if we from today's date, everyone who has a loan is forgiven. What about the next generation, the generation after that? And what do you think is going to happen to college cost when we start forgiving student loans? Up or down? If money is just free and the government will print it and forgive it. So we live in this world, this fake world where scarcity doesn't matter. And scarcity is the fundamental rule of economics. Not everyone can go to college. It's a fact. If it costs money, not everyone can go to college. And the government comes in and pretends that doesn't exist. Everyone can go to college, but they do it by putting a weight of debt around your neck for the rest of your life. I'm not saying college is a waste of time, but it is for a lot of people. It certainly is for a lot of people. And unless you're learning a skill to enhance another company or your own productivity, to make you earn more money, to give you a return on investment, read a book and don't pay for college. Like all these gen eds and, hey, you got to learn about Shakespeare and all this other crap that gen eds that you have to do to just get to the actual skill you want to learn. Why do you think that is? It's because they want to earn more money from you. Why do you think they charge $300 for a textbook? And you can't, oh, no. Students can't sell them to other students because every new class has to have a new textbook. Now we have QR codes where you actually have to scan the new book QR code to get into the class. Is that to help you? Are they trying to help you? They're not trying to help you. I've said this 1,000 times. But now we're at a crossroads where people are so indebted for school and they cannot bankrupt on those loans. And they're saying, hey, we're going to strike. And I feel them. But what happens if they get what they want? Nothing good. Because the government will come in, acquiesce, and then what about the next student loan? What about the generation after us and the generation after them? Doesn't fix the problem. All this stuff, all politics is short-sighted thinking. Short-sighted solutions to a bigger problem, which is it's too expensive. And the return on investment's garbage. So I think the free market's going to find solutions to this, i.e. free internet. You can learn so much just on YouTube. I went to college. I've learned more on YouTube And during my classes, I would say, okay, this doesn't really make sense. They're not really teaching this well. Go on YouTube and get an actual explanation. Maybe it's because I'm a dum-dum, but I get an actual explanation where it made sense to me. Better instructors. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think would happen if we forgave student loans? I think it's short-sighted. But this is how people are feeling. They're feeling hopeless. And the goal in this channel is to kind of help people realize the system is broken. And so when you go to the system for more solutions, they're going to make the problem worse. Just like right now, when we go to the system and say, hey, fix it, print money, it's just going to make college more expensive. That's what it's going to do. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. See you all in the next one. Peace.